see that hind? We're gonna take it.
We have James Burns here from Black Ops. James is Frank Woods in Black Ops.
Welcome back. It's time to announce the character of the year. All right, and the winner is Sergeant Woods, Call of Duty Black Ops.
Looks don't count for shit in the jungle. Nah, baby.
It's you! Yes! Yes!
Frank Woods.
Frank Woods! Yeah! Call of Duty Black Ops!
I'm here with Dave Anthony, director of Black Ops, and we are here at House of Moves because we are going into the mocap room to do something a little special with Frank Woods. Can you tell me how he was able to steal the spotlight and the VGA nomination when he's not even a playable character?
The actor James Burns, if you knew this guy and if you meet him, you will instantly know the answer to this. James is such a charismatic guy, and he just is this character.
So you are Sergeant Frank Woods in Call of Duty Black Ops.
Man. You think I'm fucking nuts? This guy. All right, good morning, good morning, good morning. Yeah, it is that time. Fix the camera here a little bit. There we go. There we go. Is that a better camera angle right there? Yeah, who's here? Who's here? Teddy Bush. Good morning. Easy Ace. Yeah, glad you made it on time. Liz Go. All right. We got the whole crew here. It's nice. Excellent day. High IQ chicken nugget. One of our favorites. Yeah, so been a busy, crazy week. Oh my goodness. Working on a sort of a sci-fi thing. I think some of you guys saw the thing I posted with the wizard outfit and the sword. It was great, a lot of fun. Shooting out in the desert, hot, crazy hot, and they had this beautiful set, kind of a futuristic, post-apocalyptic kind of vibe, like Fallout, but it's not Fallout, but it's something similar to that with some other with some other quantum science involved. It's a blast, a lot of fun. We wrapped on that, and got a couple things coming up this week. But Miriam Coronel, glad you're here. Irinx, I-R-Y. I can't even say that. What does that say? I have no idea. Hey, Boris, how you doing? Cosmic Wanderer, good morning. Liam George. Well, happy birthday, buddy. Yeah. You're working at a wedding. That's my girl right there, making it count. I love it. Raven King. The morning's great. Got up early. It was a 5 o'clock wake up call today. Got a lot done. Read my new book. Got a new reading list going. Worked on a couple songs and cleaned the office, the studio, just throwing stuff out. Yeah. Sometimes you got to go through your things. Just say, okay, is this good energy or bad energy? And you toss it. Hey, Alan. Summer's going great. Having a great summer. Skating. I'm skating today, 3 o'clock, playing hockey again. Staying in shape. It's hot, but I don't mind it. And just a lot of momentum. It's all about momentum. Once you get your momentum started, you got to protect your momentum at all costs. That means no matter what you're doing. If you're working, you get a relationship, whatever you're doing, when you start feeling that momentum, protect it because it's easy to lose. I stumbled. You made a story. Let me see what this says. All right. My friends made a movie about Ronald Reagan. And we are presenting it at a party with people at school. Do you understand Ronald Reagan? Do you understand that? Yeah. People, it's like he's become a meme, as most of our politicians are, and it's kind of upsetting, especially when you see what's happening, like in England and Europe, and it's just in France. Like people are, we are just, we got to figure it out. My 4th of July was mellow. I did absolutely nothing. It was great. It was great. Tornado. Thank you. I do feel like hammered shit. I do look at. Oh, you feel like hammered shit. I feel good, man. I don't feel like hammered shit. I feel good today. Been buying a whole bunch of products for my knees. Supporting it. Yeah. Mustad goat. Michelle, my goodness, Michelle, where you been? Hey, Reaper, I had a great 4th. It was great. Whenever I get to take some time off and just really just disconnect, it's a good day for me. That's right. You have a birthday. Congratulations, man. Yeah, well, there you go. Good to be a freshman. Toby, how you doing? Yeah, church. Well, get your work done. We'll be here next week when you get back. Yeah, I'm traveling. Probably, I'm here in LA for another month or so, and then I head back east. I think. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Not sure what I'm going to do yet. I may do I don't know. Still working things out. Still working it out. I am not talking about Black Ops 6. Sorry. Not sorry. He's your 3rd favorite president. Who are number 1 and 2? I'd love to know. Oh my God. Well, I think Walking Dead would be great, but he'd have to be a villain because he's way too capable. Like he would, if Woods was Woods dealing with zombies, it'd be like, especially slow moving, slow twitch zombies, it's not an issue, He would have to be a villain, and I think he'd be a villain in the sense that he wouldn't like the way they're handling things. He wouldn't like all the weak. See, here's my problem with The Walking Dead, which makes it great, but that the people who survive and something like that would be the toughest, not the weakest. And it seems like they had the most vulnerable people survive, which is great because it makes them more human. But in my mind, he'd probably be like a villain. Say, no, we are, we're going to do things in a certain way without concern for people's emotions, and Walking Dead's all about emotions, but that's good TV, Gears of War, of course, we'd find a place for them. Yeah, well, Canada Day is important too. I respect that. A couple of my buddies had a big Canada Day celebration. But yeah, Canada Day is important. That's because you guys lost the right to something about guns. You lost another gun right? Something? I don't know. Any kind of semi-automatic. Now semi-automatic weapons are banned in Canada. Did I hear that correctly? Fucking Canada is now relegated to single-shot weapons. The fuck is happening up there, guy? I don't know anybody. I met a couple of guys on the job last week from Canada, and we're talking. It's like nobody. When you talk, there's nobody out there supporting this shit. Who the fuck is supporting this? And when you hear the Royal Mounted Police, you're like, what's happening? What's happening in Canada? Each time I hear more news, I got to question whether it's real. That's number one. Always question the news you read because it's probably been bent. Hey, buddy. Yeah. All right, Teddy, go to work. Hey, Wolfie, how you doing, kid? Yeah. And Meowster, the Meowster. Yeah, but we got to be careful making fun of that. The America with George W. Because that's not. We got to be careful not to do that anymore because The idea is to look at not the emotions, but the personality, not the personalities, but the policies, the issues. Does having an open border benefit anyone? It doesn't benefit people here. It definitely doesn't benefit the people who are being abused. I mean, the cartels and they are taking advantage of vulnerable people, and we're giving them the opportunity to do that. We have to think, why is that happening? What is happening who does it benefit? And then the Department of Homeland Security, they have this app where you can sign it and they'll fly you into the country. There's either we are massively stupid as a government or something else is happening that we're not privy to, but you got to pay attention. Yeah. Hey, Mirage, appreciate that, man. It's a big deal to me. I appreciate that. I appreciate you showing up, man. Well, okay. Fried onions, caramelized onions, I love. Raw onions, no. As far as that line goes, you saw below with the onion, what I think about the onion line. We could have done other things with it. Sorry, Ab, I'm not talking about Black Ops 6. I am not doing that. I don't mind the heat. I just have to be careful when I train. I got to train either early in the morning or in the evening. I love the evenings because it cools up. The desert cools off quickly. It'll go from, there was 101 yesterday. And the last night was down to 60, 66. So you'll swing 40 degrees here overnight. You got platinum? Outstanding. Yeah, it is. That makes no sense. I mean, what is that? It's just when you see, there's just this history of when you disarm a population, now they have no say in their own determination. Like now you really are, when you disarm a population, you make them dependent on the government for food and supply. You are now have a slavery. It's just like slavery. Yeah. It's a form of, because now you're waiting for the master to give you something so you can live your life. And what do? Well, you work to give the master money. And it's kind of what we're doing with our taxes, right? Yeah. You like the onion videos? Yeah, they're fun to make. I like the heat in small doses. I love the heat when I have a cold dip, like an ice dip. I had one of those last summer and get out and it's hot. And you put the ice in the water and you just sit in the cold tank for 25, 30 minutes to get out. That's heaven. I have to build a new one actually. 117. Yeah, it was, I think Palm Springs was 124 yesterday. Yeah. I love it. I love that. Yeah, I see that the whole southern part of America the U.S. is getting blasted by hurricanes. Again, well, it's hurricane season. Yeah, I mean, when I need to talk more. A couple of guys, they're comedians and really talented artists. We had a long conversation about this, and there seemed to be a lot of and the farming thing is most disturbing. Like in Idaho, there's this water rights thing going on, and they're forcing farmers not to grow potatoes, and they're just making it impossible for people to feed themselves, which means that, And this is what happened in Russia. I mean, you folks have got to start studying some history. You have to. Grab a book. I'll look up a reading list for it. But this is right out of the Russian Revolution. Kill the farm. They killed all the farmers because if you control the food pipe, you control the food to control the population. They did it in China. I mean, so this is, yeah. Be careful. Be very aware of who your vote counts and who you're voting for. If you like what's happening right now, then move on. But I'm saying I look around and when you hear what's happening in California, like we're paying $8,000 to $10,000 a month to house some people who aren't citizens, and I get homeless guys. And it's a little shitty about that. I'm a little pissed about it. I gotta get my happy, calm demeanor back. Hey, Jonathan. I got 5 projects that are waiting to see the light of day. Yeah, it's been busy. Mostly movies, a couple of new media things. Yeah, I just did ADR on a project 3 days ago. It's great. It looks great. It's a sci-fi horror film. It looks fucking great. Yeah. No. Third cup. This is my second cup of Joe. Yeah. Texas is hot, right? Yeah, down in Texas, man. I remember I shot a commercial in Houston a long time ago, and I could not keep a t-shirt dry. It was unbelievably just humid and hot. Yeah. I see the Russian community loves seeing actors played characters, even though it's not theirs. I don't know what you just said. Because I don't know who you are, and I'm sad. I don't know who the Meowster is. How come Blackout is Mason dead? Well, that's one of the outcomes we wrote and included. So depending on which ending you want to use, right? Yeah. Good question. You got to ask. You need to ask Activision that or whoever. I can't answer that question. I don't know. I don't care. It depends. It really depends on the story, on what the character does. I have no affinity for any particular franchise. I just would love to see a good story. Play, a complex character who has a sense of humor and gets to have a couple of good moments. Hey, there's bad shit. Where are my smokes? Hey, Toby. Yeah, I try to reestablish my my PlayStation today, and I can't get on. I forgot my password, and I don't have time to sit there. I've been trying to get back on and play, but I can't. I can't find my password, and I don't know how to get a new one out of PlayStation. It's just a nightmare. So I'll figure it out. So I have not played Delta Force now. Yeah, Reaper. I mean, that's but it's a fine line too. It's also realizing that most of the people you run into are not your enemy. They've either been sold or programmed to believe something. If you hear it enough times and it gets reinforced enough, and that's all you listen to, and you're told the other side's the devil, then you are going to become religious about it, and you're going to say, well, since God is on my side, I can kill you. That's how this works with media. So, and then problems we have now are comedians who used to be the arbiter of sense. Comedians were the court jesters showing truth to power. now they just lie for whoever pays. Now they just lie like everybody else. They create context and then warp it around to serve their masters, to serve whoever's paying their check or whoever their allegiances are. And it's dangerous because we believe we have more faith in our comedians delivering honest information than we do with news media. And people have more faith in Jon Stewart than they do in somebody on MSNBC or somebody on Fox News. That's a tragedy. Hey, Lightning Bolt, how you doing? Good morning. Yeah, I know you guys are cooking up there. We were where I was. We were 101 yesterday. Oh, The Simpsons. I don't. I just love The Simpsons. Probably Homer. You gotta love Homer. Hey, Kasumi. Do I hate him? No. Doesn't trust him. Woods doesn't trust him. Woods doesn't hate anyone. Yeah. He doesn't like anyone. But you don't hate anyone because then you lose your balance. If you hate someone, you make bad decisions. If you understand they're not beneficial to you, then that's one thing. But you don't hate them for it. Because once you hate somebody, you lose your balance. You follow that? You can know what somebody is or, disagree with them. But if you hate them, then all of a sudden you lose any possibility of alignment. Because someplace along the line, there may be an opportunity to reconcile. But if you hate somebody, if there's that visceral, there's no opportunity for kind of an agreement or unification, then that's why Woods would never hate anyone. He would know the use and whether or not they need to go. But do I know the show is a Cuban dictator? I don't know what that means. Yeah. Well, I have a PS4, and what's a country I would love to visit? I want to go back to Italy, probably a wine country. I'd love to do that. I really want to go to Alaska. That's America, but it's a different country. It really is. You go to Alaska, that's a whole other animal. What else? That's it. Italy. Yeah, Italy. But have you seen our president? I mean, have you seen how can you trust that guy? How can you trust that the administration around him? Obviously, he's impaired, and every time he gets on TV and says he's not, it gets more and more embarrassing. So how do you trust these people? How do you trust the news that supports them? Right? It's like his poor. What's her name? Katrina, the young girl who's his press secretary. Oh my God! You imagine having to defend this stuff and make it seem rational? No, he's sharp as a tack. Well, all right, apparently, yeah. So I kind of, my heart goes out to those people who are told, listen, here's the parting line, and do this until we get. I'm sure they burn out. Okay, the Nurse Batshit was a homage to One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest with Jack Nicholson. There's a nurse there. Her name is Ratchet, and he'd call her Ratshit. Nurse Ratchet, Rachet, and he said it in a way that it sounded like Nurse Ratshit. And I just took it at the next step and called it Nurse Batshit. So that they don't. See, that's the point. They don't tell the truth. They create context. To be a good comedian, like a good lawyer, you create a context, a frame of reference, and then you juxtapose an idea, and that juxtaposition is what makes it funny. It's a technical thing. So they will frame something that's inaccurate and then throw something against it. or there's techniques as comedians, and that's the problem. It's like lawyers lie. A lawyer can turn the truth into a lie and a lie into a truth by creating a story around it. That's the context, and then kind of positioning the information against that story. Say, here's why he didn't kill him, even though he had the gun and the trigger, and you saw him do it. But did you really see? They will create context and angle, just like when Trump just got convicted. The lawyers took, a whole bunch of disparate laws and rules, and they moved them and reconfigured them to make. Oh, here we have found a crime that fits the man, and that is the terror of what's happening. Is like when somebody can, so when comedians they're skilled at creating context, and I think that's a problem, because you don't get the truth. It may be using truth, but is it accurate? That's the thing. Well, come on. Yeah, he's missing. Missing. Yeah. Well, yeah, but I am not terribly concerned about Russia. I mean, I'll be quite frankly. I don't think Putin's stupid. I think if he fucks with mainland in that way, I mean, I'm sure they got their spies here and their electronic disinformation. I don't think they're half as bad as China, but I do think they're pushing back from us investing in shooting bullets at them. I mean, again, it's really it's more complicated than I could possibly speak on because I don't have information that's accurate. I don't think I know anything. There's some optics that are really off, but I don't think. I mean, it's Siberia. It's a cold and, anyways. Yeah, I that doesn't bother me. I think the Russians live up there, and the Alaskans don't give a fuck what's happening down below, down near the equator. I think they're just worried about catching fish and not getting eaten by bears. Oh, hey, by the way, you do know that Rich McDonald, Commander David Mason, is coming on the show. We'll be here on the 25th, and he's doing a signing with me. Yeah, he can go over to Streamly, and there's a whole thing down below. Just keep track. Rich is a great guy, one of my favorite people. Hey, Abdullah, how you doing, man? Yeah, I'm fine. It's just my brain. It just gets worse and worse, yeah, it just gets more. Each time he opens his mouth, I go, just stop talking. Just stop. No, if you look below, you'll see a whole a video dedicated to that music video we shot. It's great. The guys are great. The guys from Avenged Sevenfold are just class acts. They're fun, talented guys. Yeah. All right, Reagan, can get out of here. I'm not familiar with Far Cry, but I'll put it this way: Woods is going to be hard to kill because he's just ready. He's going to be hard to kill because he doesn't carry a lot of baggage about right or wrong. He's there. He's in a war, which means that there are no fucking rules. And so anytime you're in a survival situation, the rules become expendable. Oh, Johnny, you should go play it, man. I was cruising through it the other day. It's amazing. Clarence, of course. You kidding me? Clarence. Well, that is why it was such a divergence for Woods to lose it. I lost my shit. Frank, you don't lose your shit, and that's why that was such an important scene, because that was out of character for him. As a moment of weakness, not understanding there's a bigger picture here as well, and that's what I'm saying. Hatred is a very dangerous thing. Great, RVB, great note. Love that. Well, yeah, that's all theater. It's all theater. In the real estate thing, that's all theater. Yeah, The Boys. I stopped watching. I just lost its. Yeah, me too. I lost interest. Yeah. I'm not sure about that. Green Day, nice song. I like this, good song, good catchy song. They're I don't think they're really aware that the only reason they get to stand up there and say the toxic things they do is because this country allows them to do it and gives them support and defense of that. You got to have the freedom to say what the fuck you think, whether someone agrees with it or not. And we try to shut somebody up. That's the problem. And when you disarm people, you can tell them to shut up, because if only the police force has guns, you can't defend yourself against bad individuals, and government is full of them, right? Think of the people who are in government. I mean, is there anybody who you really sit there and say, wow, I'm impressed by them? No. I just don't see anybody. I mean, give me Elon Musk, for God's sakes. Give me Sean Ryan. Or even this guy, Nick Freitas out of Virginia. Give me these men. Or give me, what's her name? Tulsi Gabbard. Candace Owen, love her. Mark Robinson. There are, the ones who really can make change and do things right. They're really being, forced downstream, Well, not a big coincidence, but just it's humorous. I think it's reverse. Senile is being senile. Woods is pretty fucking sharp at 95. The president is more senile. Yeah. You were a fangirl of Avenged Sevenfold? Yeah. I know. It's just, I get it. Yeah. Hey, Zero. First of all, thank you. Appreciate the support always. It helps me buy a better brand of coffee, so thanks for that. Let's see. Hope all is well. Don't know if I remember you. Absolutely, I remember you. If you remember me about 3 years ago, you had a major role in me gaining confidence to get the job at Toyota. Well, I'm honored, man, and from the bottom of my heart. Listen, I would love to take all the credit for all your successes, but you did it. You know how many times I have given coaching to people and they don't take it? It's just, it doesn't matter what I say. What matters is that you took the information and you ran with it. And that success belongs to you. Just like Lizgow. I told her to do something specific, and she did it, and she had a success. It's not me. I'm just saying, hey, by the way, there's a fork in the road. You might want to pick that up. You may need it down there. Just grab that fork. And most people don't bother picking up the fork. They say, okay, yeah, I'll do it. So really pat yourself, and thank you for the contribution. But pat yourself on the back, my friend. Any success you have, being grateful is awesome. Thank you. Smart. But also be grateful to yourself because you took the initiative to make a change. and I fucking love it. Well, yeah, and what happens with guys like Woods is when he doesn't know what winning looks like. Like, yeah, okay, take the hill. Yeah, but we don't really want the hill. What we want is a publicity stunt for people back home. See, that's when it gets confusing for most people. Is when you don't know what the goal is. What's the mission here? Like winning the war in Afghanistan. Well, we had done that, but what happened? Now we're going to Iraq. Well, for what purpose? You know, not knowing what the mission is means you can't put an end date on it. Knowing where you want to be, knowing the outcome you desire, is half the battle. Because okay, how do I achieve this? And then you work along. But if you don't know what the end game is, how do you make decisions that are relevant? Right? Yeah. What will they do? I don't know. I have to look. You can't do it that way. You have to look at the circumstances. What do you want from the story? I don't know what they want from the story, and I don't want to talk about Black Ops 6. Great question, Johnny. It's the same. I get to write all my dialogue. So most of the Woods dialogue, I got to write it, or I had at least had my hand in the writing of it, or deciding what it's to be like. So it's the same, man. You just we had the cut scenes, a couple of cut scenes, and a few of the live scenes, but basically we just it's the same thing, man. There's nothing different. Yeah, I love him. I'm not relevant. I mean, Sean Ryan, these guys are real. I'm just an actor with an opinion. Those guys, I mean, what am I going to say? Hey, I was in Afghanistan and you with the USO. Those guys, those are soldiers talking about soldier things. I don't know what I could possibly bring to a conversation with him. I would love to. I mean, I really respect him. I think he's amazing. But I have no idea what we would talk about, Are we live? Yeah, we are definitely live. I'm a girl and I live in Saudi Arabia. Well, there's a start. Yeah. Oh, that was just you didn't see the outtakes. The outtakes were amazing. They were funny. Like we were cracking up the whole, it was a real easy shoot. It wasn't like, we had all day to shoot this stuff. And it was just a lot of fun. And they were, dropping lines and, he smacked Kamar in the head. That was just funny. Great shoot. Great shoot. I'll let Rich talk about that. I am not talking about anything in the future with Call of Duty. Yeah, Johnny, exactly. Here's the mission. Here's what we're gonna do. Let's take that, and then you just get it done. Right now, I don't know. I don't want to say anything because I don't want to. I don't know. I don't want to talk about the future. I can't talk about the future of Black Ops. I just not doing it. Hey, Crazy State, dude. Yeah. I don't think they will. I mean, unless the whole video game industry crashes, they're a behemoth. I mean, they're like GM or Toyota. They're a massive company. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. I take orders, I get shit done. All right, first of all, thank you, Church, as always. Have an awesome vacation, man. Just live it. Be there, be present, because you don't get to do this summer, everybody. One time around. This is it. we have, how many summers do you have left? Count them up. You know, count them up. How many summers how many have you had? And how many do you have left? And how do you want to spend those summers? Because it's important you have a plan. What do you want to do? So please go out there and enjoy your summer, man. And just absorb whatever you're doing. I think you go on a trip to the lake or something. Absorb. Just be there and just take it all in. Because you get one time around, folks. One time. Make it count. Oh yeah, I have. It's lined up. Been busy. I've been working a lot of movies, been doing things, and I'm setting up for another round of editing coming up probably next week. So yeah, there'll be more. I just can't do it now. I go in like waves. Yeah, they are. I may have one or two in the vault. I'll check. Yeah. You believe that, huh? I don't know. I don't know if they're fake. I think they did. I think they went, but I also think that they probably manufactured some of the footage because it may be too hard to do some of that. So I think they went, but I do think they also manufactured footage. So I don't think anybody's wrong on this, you know. But these fucking dopey fucking actors, you know, like Shaw. I mean, Shaw's beautiful, but it's a fucking, you know. I am more than all right. I'm solid, man. I'm feeling good. No, because I'm a guitar player and not a drummer. So no. But quite frankly, I had no idea what I was getting into when it comes to Black Ops. I have no idea. It just happened. And I was busy. I was on soap. I was, doing commercials, doing TV. Call of Duty is just one more thing. I mean, I was on Cold Case. I was on. I was doing a lot of television and movies. Cold Water. I mean, all these things were happening. So I really didn't get. I didn't sit down and say, "Oh, this is." I left. I was up in Portland making a movie. And it's just one more thing I did. I didn't know how big it was until I went to the VGAs and I won the award. Like, hey, what are you doing? I said, nothing. She said, well, you're going to win an award. You should show up. I go, oh, okay. So, David Mason, yes. Rich McDonald, very close friend of mine. The guy who plays Alex Mason, Sam Worthington, I have never met. We have never been in the room together. Oh, it'd be fucking one-liners left and right. Oh my god! When I play zombies, I write the shit down. There's some stuff because I got to listen to what do you guys call them? Walmart Woods? Is that what you said? It's terrible. Yeah, and I cringe sometimes. Oh, what is that, dude? Come on, you have some fun with these lines, So yeah. Yeah, it's a big deal. It was a big deal to show that it got under his skin finally. That's his demise. That goes into the realm of Black Ops 6, and I am not talking about Black Ops 6. Italian cheese. Yeah, I'm feeling good, man. Had a good week. Yeah, I love being on set. I love work. I got to play with a real freaking sword. There's a thing there's a couple of ads coming up where I got me in this black kind of wizard's outfit, but it's actually a alternative universe uniform, and this wise hunter Bedouin, and I got it's a real metal sword. It's great. I love doing shit like that. Probably Dave Anthony. Yeah. Yes, he is. But there's the actual drummer was the. I just did Woods and the Moocher. There's a scene where Woods and Reznov in Black Ops 4. We had an Easter egg scene where we helped write with Reznov and Woods talking about Mason. And then there's another little thing that never made into the production of Sarge's Grill, where all the characters would hang out like a beach, and all the characters hang out and talk about things. It's just like an Easter egg thing. And Reznov and Woods would do shots. It was just a really funny scene. It just never got made. Never had any money for it, but I thought it was a great idea. Savannah, that was very confusing. It was more of those archetypes where sort of a mind agent was it Ultra? Is it Project Ultra? Anyways, it was more like it's psychological manipulation. I love Old Wounds, Warlock. I shouldn't have said that. It's not fair. He is called Walmart Woods. That's funny. I'm sorry. That's freaking funny. No. What's he born? Was he born 40, 49? I don't know. There's that's where it gets really interesting. We start seeing how old is Woods? Really? There's the timeline's a little sketchy. Ambrosio, wow, I haven't seen you in a while. I'm doing great, man. I'm doing great. We're at 47 minutes. I have a big day ahead of me. I got to get a good stretch in this morning. I got playing hockey at 3:00 today. Yeah, I've been skating again. I love it. Having a blast. And I've got a busy day today. I met William at an event, big event we went to together. We were on a panel together. Nice guy, quiet, professional, good guy. Yeah, pool parties, man. Go get them. Best thing in the world. No. Sarge's onions. Well, I don't think Woods is an archetype. Woods was brought into, in my world, and I have a whole different thing about Black Ops 4. I had a much longer arc of the story. What was decided on, MK Ultra, yes. When I helped to write, I wrote a lot of that stuff for Black Ops 4. And it was that Woods was trying to use the techniques that were used to bring Mason back out of this catatonic state. So he was using the same numbers and the same deep mind control programming. And as part of that, he was working with Savannah to build this super soldier army. And so he was there to train them, which led into me being your training, your DI in the HQ specialist suite. So it was tied in. It was all tied in, but we just didn't have the time or the money to really connect all the dots, to make the extra scenes, to make it cohesive. It just wasn't time or money, Well, I think that was on purpose. Dave left. I think they just wanted to go a different direction with it. Yeah, I think that was definitely on purpose. Yeah. No, my teeth are very expensive. Half of them are fake. So no, I can't break any more teeth. Broke a lot of teeth playing hockey. It gets expensive. No. See, Woods is not an archetype. Woods is an actual. He's brought in to do the training. Like I said. Dolphin dive. Oh my goodness. Where you been? It's been 1,000 years, man. What are you doing? Where you been? Yeah, I mean, 1930s. Yeah, there'd have to be a reconciliation of how you get Woods to be youthful in 1990. You know what I mean? Anyways, I've been to the UK, yeah, a couple times. Went there for the USO tour. Buckle up, Buttercup. What are we in for this? Buckle up, Buttercup. That's insane. Yeah, well, Alex, I mean, you talk about, I don't understand. I don't know what that means. All right. Kinda. If you look on the video I made, there's like a set of boxes with a saddle on it. That was my horse. But they actually had a horse in the soundstage running, and they captured it that way. So the horse was running, but I never rode the horse. But they had me on a box acting like I was riding. So yeah. Hey, Creamery, glad you're here. Yeah. Brosia, I'm proud of you, man. Med school, I'm so proud of you. You jumped and mastered so many hurdles. You're a good man. Yeah, great movie. Great movie. So is De Niro in that? I don't think De Niro's in that. I think it's Andy Garcia. I don't know if De Niro's in that. Is he? I don't know. It's crazy that David Mason killing. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Alex Mason, David Mason killed Alex Mason? I don't think that's correct. Orlock, I know, man. It's freaking July. It's July 5th. I'm like panicking. I have so much I need to get done. And I'm like, yeah, I gotta. My momentum's really strong, but I have to carve out more. You have limited energy during the day. You only get so much energy in a day, right? So you have to find ways to, number one, cultivate more energy, but be efficient. Like figure out what's my priority, and put my energy into my priorities first. You know, if being fit, if you're training for a sport, that's where your energy goes. If you're in college, studying. If you have a job, getting your skills together. Whatever it is, whatever your momentum is, you got to use your energy to sustain your momentum. And then everything else gets whatever left over. It's hard. It's hard to really keep your decision. I have so many things look around my office. I'm like, man, I got to do that. I can do that, but then I can't do this. I got to play that. So managing your energy, it's everything. And energy manifests through your attention. If you can control where your attention goes, you will be very successful. If you know how to focus your attention into very fine beams, you'll be very successful at whatever you want to do. Never had one. It was a gift and it was a blessing every day I went in. Yeah, again, Johnny, there are so many incongruencies. Yeah. It's like, nah, baby, Victor Charlie. Yeah. Wouldn't that have been great to have that in there? Yeah. Hey, Mason, as am I. Yes, as am I. Yeah. You're doing your first year in college? Wow. Congratulations, man. Keep doing what you're doing. Keep doing what you're doing. Great question, Toby. The guys who played across from me in the scenes were several actors, but most notably and most frequently was Andrew Hawks, who he did Hudson, he did Mason, and then often Mason was just a tennis ball. A lot of times you see in these videos, you see me talking to a tennis ball on a C-stand. C-stand is this stand with an arm on it, and they put it. And I paint a little face on it, and that's my POV. That's for the That was the camera. So I talked to this yellow tennis ball, and then somebody would deliver lines behind it. Other times it'd be either Andrew Hawks or Jeremy Dunn. Both are legendary actors in the Call of Duty world. Yeah, in terms of behind the scenes. Yeah. Me. Not true. Not true at all. Let's see. He plays Capone. Yeah. Yeah, we've often wondered that. We never really approached Woods as a romantic entity. I got a feeling he wasn't very good at it. Hey, Rex, I am not talking about Black Ops 6. Don't hate him, just don't trust him. He's dangerous because you can't trust him. Any tips on driver's ed? Yeah, here's a tip. It depends on who your parents are. What I would say for you to do is ask your dad or your mom or your uncle or somebody who has a car to take you out to a parking lot early Sunday morning when there's no cars in it and have them just let you drive around and get a feel for what the vehicle, what it feels like. Turn the wheel, make sharp turns, get in a big empty spot where you can't hit anything, you can't break anything, and just practice going in circles. Practice feeling the gas and feeling the brake. It's just get rid of the pressure of being on the street. So ask somebody who's got a car to take you out to a parking lot that has no light posts or things you can crash into, and give yourself 100 yards at least, and just drive. Just back in the day, your dad go out to the pasture and you drive something around, because we lived out away from the city, so we could drive in fields and things like that. And so you learn to drive well at around 11 or 12. I was driving since I was like 12. So get out and just practice, get a feel for the vehicle. Just turn hard right and see what happens. Turn hard left. Give it some gas. Give it some brake. Go easy. See what happens. Just get a feel. Understand what it feels like to be behind the wheel of a car. And then the rest will come so easy. The rules. The problem is you're trying to remember the rules. And you're trying to remember how to get the. It's like learning to. It's like, remember the first experience trying to play video games? Mine was horrible. I couldn't see the HUD because I was so panicky about trying to make my guy move. And so it's the same thing as driving a car. You need time to feel what the equipment does. That's my advice. All right, Teddy, be nice. Well, there's thinking on that. One, he's a bad shot. He missed the shot, which happens. Happens. And sometimes he also there's one look there. He goes, shoot him now. Wait a minute. Let me think about this. Because that, again, there's a few things in it. When I talked to Dave recently, we were talking about the game. He says, yeah, there's some flaws, but it's pretty damn good. And there's a couple of them there that he picked up. That's a good one. That moment there. So going to high school next year. Do me a favor. Make a phone call and find out what books you're going to read in the first term. Start reading this summer. Start doing your schoolwork now. 1 hour a day. I promise you, you'll be so happy you did it. It'll make life so much easier than you get because school, there's so much coming at you. You know, you got a math class, find out what the classes are. Do some homework now. Just get in the habit of learning things now. I know it sounds odd, but trust me, you'll be so happy you did. Did I watch the debate? All right. Hey, Delman, I did watch the debate. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I feel bad for the guy, for Biden, and what's his wife thinking? What is she doing to him? That's I remember I lost my granddad, my grandmother, my mother, even my father, and they all went down that way with dementia. You could tell that he's doing the same things. My uncle does it now, and you just know that moment, like he's just the ability to process information is going away rapidly, and I see it. And anybody who's ever dealt with an elderly family member recognizes this. Oh shit, I know that's dementia, that's senility, that's and you don't want to insult him for it because but you got to look at the people around him. Why are they putting him here? What is the reason to have somebody so incapacitated as your president? You got to look at that. Why are the people around him doing what they're doing? And that's where it gets really, really interesting for me. Yeah, for a while it was, yeah. Well, Sam, Sam was too big a star for our budget. I mean, the guys they got to play were work for scale, which is good money, but it's not. Sam's a star. Would have been millions to do that, and it wasn't necessary because he's come into the VO. Yeah, it worked out. Obviously, it worked out. Do I have the wrong guy? No, well, it happens. Let's see. No, you did not. You did not hear that. I promise you, you did not hear that. Again, I think I already answered that. Yeah, it's kind of great, right? When you get to have your own apartment and start living like an adult. I love that. What do you study in college, man? It did, and I bet it helped too, right? Yeah, I mean that's what granddads are for. You hope, right? I drove with my grandfather to drive a lot. I mean, we had a baseball, like a minor league baseball team, and they had a big parking lot, wide open, and they take me down there like on Sunday mornings. And we played all our football games there in high school and some high school baseball games, and just drive in a circle, drive left, then do a figure eight. And then drive backwards. And then back in the day, we were using stick shift. Yeah, not automatic transmission. We had to use the clutch. And that was the hard part. Learning to balance the clutch in the gas on hills, that was hard. Yeah, that was the hardest part. Getting on a hill and balancing so basically instead of using the brake, because if you use the brake, you're screwed on a steep hill. So you go up there, you put gas and clutch, and you kind of keep this, I'm not sure that's very good for the transmission, but you kind of keep the truck kind of stable, and then as the lights turn, you slowly give the gas and release clutch. Because I had no other life skills. Enjoy, man. White boy. Yeah, well, thank God White boy had some intelligence, because I would have jumped off that river. And he said, no, that's dangerous. And yeah, so at least he had the common sense not to show up, because that was it wasn't going to be well prepared. I don't think our stunt guys were prepared for that. So, because I was on a movie set and we had a couple of stunt guys there, and I said, hey, we should jump off this. And he says, well, you got to make sure that there's no submerged rocks. And so we did a preliminary scout of this location, but I'm so glad he decided not to come up. That was in the script, kind of. I have to look at my notes. I can't remember. Thanks, man. Yeah. From Burns, some Woods, whatever. Woods dies in 212. Really? Where's that from? I hear that a lot. I can't. Can you? I just can't imagine that. I think there's more to it than that. I don't know what the more is, but when you think this guy is in serious decline, but yet they're pushing him on. It's like, do they really want to keep power that badly that they're going to sacrifice this guy? I don't know. Again, this is politics in our country. It's politics all over the world. They're controlling trillions of dollars of value. Of course, they're going to sacrifice people. I think I missed something here. Yeah, I don't know what you guys are talking about, so I can't comment on it. It's, they're easy to answer, so I answer them. Ozzy Bacon. Yeah, man. I'm smiling. I always smile. Meow. Not accidentally. I do it on purpose most of the time. What happens is when you've really fleshed out a character, because like Woods was just really, I've been playing the role of Woods a couple of years before I got the job. I mean, I played a lot of similar characters, so I had a lot of knowledge about that type of character and the plots and things. So things would just make sense to me. I would just say them, right? And a lot of times I would just not like I did not like what was on the page. So I change it. I don't advise that. All right, Cam, get out of here. Good to see you. Wiki says that? I don't know why. Yeah, John, we have a signing on the 25th. Rich McDonald and myself. We'll be here, I think it's 11 o'clock. On the 25th. That's 2:00 East Coast time. Rich and I, McDonald, and we're going to do it. Streamly, you go to Streamly and you can get a poster or Funko Pop or something. Yeah. Or just go over to Sarge'scorner.store. Pick something up and I'll hold it and then we'll get it signed on the day. So either go to Streamly or go to Sarge's Corner, either one. There's more stuff at Sarge's Corner, some really cool stuff that's being bought up right now, but there's challenge coins and some really cool Funkos. Yeah. I feel good. Thank you, Meow. Thank you. One piece of life advice. It's hard to have a conversation about what to do because I don't know you. I don't know what your circumstances, but there are some rules that I try to live by. Number one is pay attention to your attention. The most important thing we have to offer another human being is our attention. When you focus on somebody, that makes them feel important. So pay attention what you focus on. And remember, a thought, what you focus on, right? A thought that gets repeated becomes a belief system. You say something, hear something enough, you start to believe it, right? It's programming. And then you take that belief and you give it time, you give it energy and attention. It becomes your momentum. And momentum is the thing that dictates the quality of your life. It's like, when you're riding a bike, you let go of the hands, you got momentum, right? You have the car, or you're driving a car, keep rolling you don't need, once you have momentum, you don't need a lot of effort to maintain the momentum, but you got to maintain it. Changing momentum takes a tremendous amount of energy, or it takes a crisis or some big impact, a tower moment, as they would say in the tarot card. So pay attention to your attention. The things you focus on tend to become reality. Be careful of what you think about it all day, because you are creating your outcome. And I was having a thought about something for you for a job, but you know what? It's okay. You keep your Dino Croc. You keep doing your Dino Croc and Super Gator thing. You and Darwin get along. Yeah, he's doing good, by the way. Darwin lost 40 pounds. He was on. I did a 10-day fast. He's my hero. Olive Garden attached. How you doing, Olive Garden? Yeah, it's too bad. It'll never see the light of day, ever. It's tragic. Oh, Brandon, pick one. There's so many. Solo Joe, do I miss the studio playing as Woods? I'm pretty busy. I work a lot. I do a lot of different things. The Woods character, can I talk about this? Yeah, the Woods character is phenomenal. I'm still doing it basically, right? It is a great. I'm so grateful. I'm just very grateful for it. Just like I say, I'm really grateful that I got to build this character with the freedom I was given. I'm just very grateful. Well, here's the idea. You don't qualify for the promotion. I would find out what that means. What does that mean? How do you qualify for the promotion? That's first thing. Second thing is be good at your job. Become indispensable. Become so good at this thing that they can't live without you. That's how you get your promotion. You become so freaking talented and skilled that they're terrified of losing you. That's the trick. So let me say fight. That's like demanding I get something I want. Well, the best way to get what you want is by being so freaking good at what you do that they keep you around. So you got to flip the script. Most people who demand stuff is because they haven't reached their potential. They haven't maximized their skill set or their capabilities, and they're demanding more before they do it. So be the one who comes to work 15 minutes early, leaves 15 minutes after this shift. Be the one that's over-prepared. Be the one that picks up the slack for everybody else. Be that guy or girl, right? Then you get to dictate terms because now you're in control. But if you're just doing the least you can or just trying to get more for what you're doing, and you're like everybody else, nobody gives a fuck. So, big deal right there. Good conversation. No, can't. You blew it. You blew it. You blew it. Oh, thanks, Seven. Appreciate that. Yeah, I don't know. I can reach out, but I'm not really doing that too much these days. Oh, that's so nice you're taking care of me. Hey, Rezgar. Glad you're here. Here, see, this is the thing. No. Oh, I do you have a job, or are you saying when you get a job you like? Yeah. I would say any job. Find the first job that's in front of you and get started. It will soon come clear whether you're moving on to the next thing or not. All right, but get started. And remember, don't go out there looking for your passion. Your passion belongs to you. You get to focus that passion, whatever you want. Don't be a slave to the world. Don't let the world define you. Don't let other people's words, thoughts, and actions become your personal definition. Don't do that. That's slavery. Don't be a slave. Own your passion. If you're flipping burgers, be the best fucking burger flipper on the planet. If you're cleaning toilets, then make it the most impressive clean toilet there is. You follow me? Because that is noticeable. Being good, being focused, having the ability to really focus your attention, you train yourself to be good at everything. If you're good, if you're great at playing hockey, then you're probably great at washing dishes if you focused on it, right? You think? I think the fucking Navy SEALs can probably make a bed. I'm pretty sure you talk to any fucking Marine or Navy SEAL, they know how to make a bed. They probably know how to cook a meal for themselves. Right? They probably know how to do their own freaking laundry. Be good, be competent, be capable. That's the mission. What camp you at? What camp are you at? Send me a text. I want to know what camp you're at. It didn't happen that way. It evolved. I just went in to do motion capture testing, technology testing, and it all. There's a video down below called "How I Became Woods." So go watch the videos, then we'll talk. Yeah. So just play by the rules. Start doing it. Start taking on more. Volunteer for more responsibility. Always take on more responsibility. Always stretch yourself. Take on more responsibility. I have not, no. You know, I love that. I love it. Sometimes, yeah, I can start with that. It's a holiday camp. Victor Charlie was good, man. I'm old like Woods. Yeah, well, you know. Hey, Baloney. Let's see. Abe Lincoln. Good choice. DT. Yeah. I'm liking Donald Trump more and more and more as time goes on. I'm starting to like the guy. I'm starting to like him as a president more and more as I listen. Well, here's the thing. All right. You're in high school. You're doing what you should be doing. It's like learning things. Your job is to acquire knowledge and skill. So I don't know what your school's like, but do they have a machine shop? Do they have a wood shop? The idea now is to gather skills while your parents are still paying for your existence. At some point, you want to be on your own. At some point, you want to be out making your own money, living your own life sooner than later. Okay. Used to be 18. We couldn't wait to get the fuck out of the house, man. 18, I'm gone. You know, and I was. Turned 18, never went back. I went back for a couple of times during like school, but it was always about getting out into the world, and I want that for you. Get some skills, get some marketable skills. Learn how to weld if you can. Not hard to do. I mean, you just got to take some time to learn. Go take a class. You're in high school, all right? ROTC is great. There's discipline there, but also gather some skills. Whatever you want to figure out what you want to do with your life. Start thinking. The way I suggest it is this: go out, take some skills, learn some plumbing, learn some carpentry, learn how to do electricity, learn how to do things with your hands. And then as you discover what you have an affinity for, then you can decide, do I go to college or do I start a business? College could cost you $250,000. With $250,000, you could buy a laundromat or a liquor store. Then you're set for life. Study economics, man. Just learn things while you can. Because right now it's easy to sit back and think you have time. You don't. Time is running out so fast. Remember, how many summers you got left before you're done with high school? How many summers you got left before you're done with college? How many summers you got left? How many Christmases are left for you, right? How many birthdays you got left? 60 maybe, 70, 80 if you're lucky. Not many. How are you going to use this time? Because you don't get more time. You can always make more friends, make more money. You can always make more cars, but you can't make more time. So use this time wisely. All right, Olive Garden, get out of here. That was nice advice, all right? Advice. I'm not going to say things that make you feel, like it's like, here, do shit, I don't blame you. Well, instead of thinking about it, get out there and start doing things. Try to find classes that you can do stuff. Find a woodworking class. Just find something that you got to get your hands on a tool or a piece of wood or a piece of iron, or dig some dirt. Do something that gets your body moving and forces you to learn a craft. And it'll make your decision process fly. If you just think about it, that's the problem. It's a thought. You gotta know where to dig, right? You gotta know where the earth is best for you to dig your foundation. So I recommend getting out there and just learning skills. All right, Baloney, get out of here. I'm almost done. It's almost an hour and a half. Yeah. So we start winding it up. Good talking to everybody this morning. Good stuff. I enjoy our encounters immensely. And yeah. Who's left here? Meow has to take care of you. Little Meow. Saudi Arabia, huh? Ooh, out there. All right, Johnny, get out of here, man. Peace and love. Yeah, we're gonna call it. It's last minute. Let's wind up. Any other last points? Any other conversations? Any questions? Any comments? Any burning desires? Any burning thoughts that need to be expressed? Yeah. All right. Good stuff, Easy Ace. Good stuff. I like it. I don't love it, but it's a good movie. It's fun. Yeah. All right. Good stuff. All right. 15 seconds. Well, Bug, it is. They do need to make money. They do have obligations. Yeah, take a fast. Darwin just did a 10-day fast. Unbelievable. Oh, you're out of here. All right, that's it. We're going to check out now. Like as we say, I'll see you next week. I'll be back here. There'll be things being posted all week. Remember, we have a signing with Rich McDonald on the 25th, 11 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. Go over to either sargescorner.store or to Streamly. And if you want to get a poster or Funko Pop or something else, by all means. And we'll sign it and we'll have we'll talk. You've seen it. You know what we do. All right. I'm out of here. Woods out.